Hello and welcome to today's press up. On Friday, I introduced you to the post list and showed you around and how you can use the post list effectively. It's worth noting that the pages list looks very similar. Has less columns because pages don't have things like categories and tags assigned to them, but the same rules apply for filtering and for the options for taking action. Today I'm going to show you a couple of advanced topics around the post list and some stuff that's not obvious when you're first looking at it. So the first thing is I want to show you this screen options menu. Before I do that, I'm going to, on another screen that you can't see, I'm just going to enable a WordPress plugin, and what this will do is it will create some extra columns with some additional information. So this is a search engine optimization plugin. I will cover search engine optimization probably in a few weeks' time, but you can see this has added some additional columns to our post list screen. Now it might be that we don't need all of these columns, that we're not interested in some of this information, and what I can do is I can use the screen options to reduce the amount of information that's being shown. So let's say even though I've got that plugin enabled, I don't want all these SEO columns. I can just, from the screen options, I can uncheck them, and you'll notice they will just disappear as soon as I do that. I can also remove any of the existing columns apart from title. So if I don't want to see categories and tags, I can just uncheck those and turn them off. If I want them back again, I can just check the boxes and turn those columns back on again. So that's a good way to you can't reorder them. I just wondered if you could reorder them for a minute, but no, you can't reorder them. You can't change where in the list they are, but you can turn them on and off. The other thing that's useful here is you can change the number of posts that are displaying. So on an older blog with a lot more posts, you can actually choose to display not 2100, that would be a bad idea, but 100 and get a much longer list of posts. So just to show you how that works, I can reduce that to 2 and click apply, and there's then 2, and we then get the pagination here. So I can then go to page 2, which will have the third post, and I can go back again. So these arrows here let you go forward and back a page. This one takes you to the first page, and this one takes you to the last page. And those buttons are repeated at the top and bottom of the list. So that's screen options. Screen options are really useful. I'll set this back to 20. The other thing I want to show you is bulk edit. You'll notice there's a little checkbox next to the posts, and there's a little checkbox at the top and bottom which turns all of the post checkboxes on and off. If I check a number of posts, then I can use this bulk actions drop down menu here to perform actions on them. So I can move those posts to the trash if I want to, or I can do edit. Once I've selected from the menu, I hit apply, and this brings up a box. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to do quite a lot of the things that I can do from the quick edit screen that pops up when I click quick edit here. Oops, there's my toolbar just popped up. I can add categories, I can add tags, I can set the author, I can set whether or not comments and pingbacks are allowed, I can publish, private, pending, or draft all of them, make them sticky, or change what's called the post format. So if I want to turn off comments on a load of posts, for example, I can set that to do not allow and hit update, and that will update all of the posts that I selected and that are listed in this list on the left. So that's quite a useful thing for bulk assigning categories or tags to a set of posts. It's worth noting that I can, if I change this here, if I set comments to disabled, then everything else about these posts will stay the same. It's only the things that I change on this screen that will be updated for all of these posts. So there we go, screen options, really useful. Bulk edit and bulk actions here, also really useful things to know about if you're managing a large blog. So again, hopefully useful stuff for you today.